Hey there, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cerise Fairfax, and I'm coming at you right now from the north coast of the Dominican Republic in a province by the name of Puerto Plata in a municipality by the name of Sosua in a little area, the tourist hub area where I'm at right now called El Bate. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that a lot of you guys may not have really considered. Foreigners going broke. A lot of you guys think, oh, foreigners, that move here, they have it like that. And a lot of you guys also think that Dominicans are all broke. And sometimes it's the other way around. Let me get down to basics about that, because we do really have a lot of people who come here looking for a budget friendly apartment. I do help people find budget friendly apartments, and sometimes that can go all the way from 300 bucks up to 700, 750, which I call a good budget. And then going over that is usually going into a little bit more of what people would usually consider budget here. Now, what happens is a foreigner comes, and even if they do get a budget friendly place, a lot of the times they end up spending more money than what they initially thought they would spend, because they look at it like this. They're like, all right, the cost of living is a little bit lower, but not always. Sometimes they forget to get the best bang for their buck. So instead of going to grocery stores and cooking, they go out more and they end up spending their money. And the more they go out, the more they spend, and they keep telling themselves, oh, tomorrow I'll cook, tomorrow I'll cook. And they don't get themselves in the habit of actually cooking. And that's what I find takes a lot of people's money: eating out, simple entertainment. Another thing that I've noticed that tourists will do, or expats will do, they will quite often say to themselves, okay, I got myself a real nice budget friendly place, let's say 450 a month. They got themselves a 1 bedroom, Wi-Fi included, cable included. They're paying their electricity. If they watch their AC, could be about 40 bucks a month. And then they say to themselves, oh, my rent is so cheap, I can, afford to leave my air conditioner running all day. They leave their air conditioner running all day while they're out at the beach, and they get back in the house because they want to enter a cold apartment or a cold house. And what they're doing is they're running up their electricity bill. By the time the end of the month comes, their bill is like 100 bucks. And they're like, why is this? Electricity generally is not more expensive here in the Dominican Republic, but the prices of electricity have been going up a little bit more. Now, another thing that foreigners will do, they will get here and they'll say, oh my gosh, now it works both ways. They'll be like, okay, so I have a nice budget friendly apartment. I can go and enjoy the finer things in life, but they, again, do it too often. Or what they'll do is they'll come here and they have a plan for, let's say, a year. And, they saved up money to just kind of have a hiatus, enjoy their life, like a year of their life. And they decide that they want to get themselves a nice place in a gated community because they feel they can afford it. But then before they know it, again, they're blowing their money. And it's like, wow, they're blowing their money on groceries. They're not shopping in grocery stores that are conducive to budget-friendly lifestyle. They're going to the supermarkets and they're buying international products, and they're not paying attention when the deals are on. They're not coupon cutting. And so they're getting themselves into financial issues. And then they decide, instead of leaving the island fast enough, like faster than what their plan was, what they decide to do is just leave that place that they're in because it's over their budget, and they move into the local area, which I think is a really smart idea. If you are looking to live on a budget, it's always smart to actually live in the local area. It is safe. relatively safe in most areas in Sosua, if you're looking at Sosua. But if you're looking at the Dominican Republic in general, then you may want to go on ChatGPT, use it as your friend. You may want to continue to watch videos as you are right now, and also maybe connect with some people on Facebook. There are different Facebook groups. These groups are specifically geared towards the area you want to move into. So, for instance, if you want to move into Santiago, there are groups in Santiago that you can go in and you can ask a question and say, hey, so, I'm thinking about moving to Santiago for a couple of months or for a couple of years or wherever. Where is a safe place for an expat? You're not alone, and you definitely are not out in the cold. Use the resources that are available to you, because that's what they're there for. Also, if you want to move to Santo Domingo, same thing. There is a site on Facebook, groups, many groups, and they're called expat groups. You just have to click in on Facebook, expat Santo Domingo, expat Santiago. Here in Puerto Plata, we have many. Some are in Cabarete, some are in Puerto Plata, some are in El Bate. They're all over the place, and all you have to do is go on. I mean, I do offer people consultations. If you want to talk to me and you want to tell me what your budget is, and you just want to cut through all the red tape and you just want to talk to me for 30 minutes or an hour, I can tell you what your budget can get you and what you can expect with that budget, whether it's a high-end budget or a low-end budget. So I am available for consultations. But again, if you just want to do all your research, these gems that I'm throwing at you right now is how you're going to do that. Now, another reason why expats are going broke is because, well, they just didn't bring enough money with them. They thought that it was a lot more affordable here than what it was going to be, because they didn't ask the right questions before they came. They just came thinking that it's a third world country and that they're going to get a place as soon as they, land. And that's not so, because those cheap apartments, affordable apartments are available, but sometimes they're few and far between. I specialize in getting those affordable apartments, but you're not always going to find an affordable apartment under $700. And so a lot of people, they get here and they just want to wing it. They're like, you know what? I'm just going to arrive and I'm going to find my place in the sun, and it should be easy enough. Now, unless you've been here before, unless you know how to get around, you may get taken advantage of, and you will feel so distraught and negative before your new life even begins. So you do have to do research. The Dominican Republic is cost effective if you make it work for you. However, it is not budget friendly to every single budget. Some people ask me, can they live here on $1,000 a month? And I wouldn't suggest you to do that. I would say that you should have at least $2,000 a month. Now, that's a pretty good budget in my opinion. If your rent is $500 and you have your cell phone bill, which is like very minimal, because you wouldn't really have to worry about Wi-Fi if Wi-Fi is included and your apartment is furnished, then you are fine. But I don't think that $1,000 in 2025 is going to cut it. Again, 2,000 is the bare minimum, I believe. You also have to remember, this is not a third world country. This is a developing country. So because it's a developing country, the prices are going up every day. It's a popular destination and it's a beautiful place, the Dominican Republic. The music is beautiful. The food is delicious. The people are welcoming. The energy is always great. You could be walking down the street and people don't even know you. They could be having a backyard sancocho, which is like the national Dominican stew. They could be making sancocho in the backyard and they see that you're a foreigner and they ask you, where are you from? And you say, for an example, where I'm from, Canada. Canada, you're like, oh, I'm from Canada. And they're like, oh my gosh, my cousin lives in Canada, Montreal. Are you from Montreal? And you may say, no, I'm from Toronto. But they're like, that's okay. Come on, come in the back, sit down, have some rum, have some stew. I'm going to call my cousin on WhatsApp, and this happens quite often. That actually happened to me. And you guys will read that in my upcoming book about Sosua. Now, expect that, it's a very beautiful, friendly place, but you have to remember that you got to get in tight with everyone before you start understanding the rules and the regulations and also the prices. And don't be afraid to live in the local area is what I'm saying. Now, there are a couple of other things where a lot of people out there, they're like, this is such an expensive place for the Dominicans when they get here and they start shopping and they start getting services done and they start living their daily life. They're like, how do the Dominicans afford this? And that's another misconception. The Dominicans are not all broke. There are very wealthy Dominicans. Now, there are Dominicans who have a lot of businesses. They're very business savvy here. And there are a lot of Dominicans that were born here, taken to the United States. They worked in the United States. They were educated in the United States. They saved a lot of their money and they always had the plan to come back here. So now a lot of Dominicans are actually, after making that move to the United States or Canada or wherever they went, they are making the exodus, and that is what's happening. A lot of Dominicans are coming back home, and the exodus is huge. And the Dominicans that are coming back here, they're loaded. They have money and they are willing to work with their own people. And they're also buying property. They're buying land. They're building buildings and they are building businesses and they have connections. And they are also helping this beautiful island become even more first world. You see, we're not first world here yet, but it's definitely not third world. The Dominican Republic is the pearl of the Caribbean, in my opinion. And we have a lot of investors coming in right now. And last year and going into this year, we are having record numbers of tourism. The tourism minister, David Collado, he has been saying that more people came in 2024 than ever before during that time. And not only that, it's not only like, Americans, the traditional tourists that are coming in, like Canadians and Americans and Germans. There are more Latin people coming in from all around the world, Argentina and also Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and people are even coming in from Jamaica. You see, there are a lot of people that want to come to the Dominican Republic, and there's many reasons, not just the cost of living. It is for the energy, the excitement, the bachata, the love and the friendliness. The Dominican Republic is very hard to imitate. Even just hearing the music right here, right now, I'm like, wow, it's unmatchable. So remember, if you really want the best bang for your buck, you have to think and plan very hard. You have to get a budget-friendly apartment. You have to shop at the markets, shop from the farmers. So all I'm saying to you is don't look at it like it is the land of, wow, third world country, and I can go there and live the best life possible because everyone there is so poor. That's not reality. The reality is people, the Dominicans, also have businesses and they save their money. And many of them are building buildings. Many of them are building houses. Many of them are the ones that's going to provide your budget apartment or your luxury apartment. Now, there's something else before I end this video that I really want to drive home to you, because I've been meeting more and more people who are in their 60s, 70s, and they are selling their properties in Canada and America, and they're coming here and they're buying. And that's all gravy. If you want to do that, that's your prerogative, that's your decision. You know what your income is. But remember, it's not a seller's market here. It's a buyer's market. So if you are looking to live in it and be in it for the rest of your life, then fine. You will maybe find a really good deal, and you may get $80,000 condo, which you might have to fix up a little bit, or depending on your income, you may want to buy yourself a villa. You may get yourself a brand new condo for like 120,000, 150,000, depending on how much room you want. You may have grandchildren, but you may feel that you can sell your home where you are, or maybe empty out your bank account, come here, buy a property, and buy yourself a place. Let your family come down and visit you, and that's all great. But you also have to take into account HOA fees, and you also have to take into account as well. Watch my other video that I put out before this one about healthcare. If you are a senior citizen and you don't have healthcare here, you got to make sure you put some money away just in case for a rainy day. Okay, because after 65, it's very difficult to get health care here. A lot of people love to come here and retire, and it's so beautiful to do that. But if you don't have to buy, then why would you? Get yourself a nice little apartment in the local area, close to the beach, especially if you're a single man or a single woman, and cut your costs. You will get your electricity that you will have to pay for, but included in your rent, it will be furnished. It will also come with Wi-Fi. It will also come with cable. You'll get a nice flat screen TV, a fridge. Most times these places have just been renovated. So you will get yourself a really nice place. It's not going to be garbage. It's not going to be a dump. Don't expect that just because it's in the local area. Dominicans are very well aware that more and more foreigners are coming, and they are fixing their places up in order to make foreigners feel comfortable. So I do want to drive that home. If you don't have to buy, and if you can get a place that is budget friendly, put your cash aside, put it into crypto, put it into the bank, put it into the bank right here in the Dominican Republic, and live off the interest. We have something here called CDs. You can go to any bank and invest in a CD. They have high interest rates. So there are other ways that you can save your money without going broke and going home. And also change your mindset. You're not coming to a third world country where all the people here, aside from the foreigners, are broke. That is not the truth. Many Dominicans are wealthy. Guys, please take a moment to subscribe. If you want a consultation, my information is in the comments below. And I would love to sit down with you and talk to you for 30 minutes, 60 minutes on the phone, on a phone call, and we can discuss your comments, your concerns, your ideas, your plans, anything you want. And we can also talk about your budget to see what you can get with your budget. And if you're only coming part-time for a year or 6 months or 3 months or even a month, then that's fine too. I have budget apartments that I will be putting out every now and again, and you will be able to look at certain apartments that might fit your budget. Make sure you check out my other videos. I also have a playlist with apartments. So what you can do is you can go on that playlist. Some of the videos may be old, but you can still go on the playlist and you can send me the video and say, Cerise, this is my style. This is what I like. And when you message me on WhatsApp, I can tell you what I have available that matches that style or that budget. All right, guys, I thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hey, look, I know that YouTube suggested a lot of videos, but you clicked on this one and you stayed till the end. You're a real one. I love you. Go ahead and subscribe. As soon as I upload a video, you will be notified. And hey, be good to yourself out there. Tomorrow's not promised, so make the best of today. I'll see you next video. I love you. Huge hugs, loads of love, and big blessings. Cerise Fairfax here, and I'm coming at you from the north coast of the Dominican Republic. I live where I love, and I love where I live. Bye, guys. Listen to the theme song.
Woke up to the sunrise, paint in the sky. Palm trees swaying like they're saying hi. Coconut water dripping down my chin. So mornings, let the day begin. I live where I love and I love where I live. Every moment here's got something to give. The rhythm of the islands in my soul. Living the good life, feeling whole. Queen Cerise rules her island charm. Locals teach me peace with no alarm. Mango sweet papayas in my hand. Learning their ways I start to understand. I live where I love and I love where I live. Every moment here's got something to give. The rhythm of the islands in my soul. Living the good life, feeling whole. Dancing in the streets to the beat of the drum. Stories of the past from the old and the young. Traditions flowing like the waves in the sea. The north coast of Sosua, it's setting me free. Fishermen's boats coming back to the shore. Smiles all around, can't ask for more. This life's a treasure, a gift from above. And so I found a home to love. I live where I love and I love where I live. Every moment here's got something to give. The rhythm of the islands in my soul. Living the good life, feeling old. I live where I live. Every moment here's got something to give.